Let's get started. So, earlier this morning, I played a couple of GR138s, and I actually got myself the Primal Pants finally, for the Guardian Jeopardy side. So the regular side, basically. And I think I'll leave the stats as it is because I need the base vitality there, and the all resist, both of them. Uh, I compared myself against what I did in season 32, and in season 32, I actually didn't have Hungering Arrow on the. So this was 2,971 at like the 94th try or something. It was 14 minutes, right? So it's obviously terrible time, even at 2.9, nearly 3K. But compared to my satchel in season 32, it did not have Hungering Arrow. It had the 1,000 Vitality here. And then pants, obviously, you want um, the Hungering Arrow. But this season, I have the Hungering Arrow on the satchel already instead of the Vitality. So I should shift the Vitality to the pants, which is what I got today, right? and and then over the past several seasons, I've been practicing to use the pants two sockets specifically for dexterity gems or emeralds, uh, due to obviously Guardian double dip, right? To have the main stat as much as I can without hurting too much of my resistances, right? And so I'm gonna like basically gain damage from also my augments, because in season 32 my augments were like 130, like 125, 131, and 130s, I think, or uh, there's like a 136 here or so, um, and 135 there. Non-ancient amulet and non-ancient restraint, which my restraint is the same, practically the same, except it's like 0.5 crit hit chance less, and it's like arcane resistance to fire resist, and so on. So, uh, basically, I have more main stat, I think, by like a little bit, except that the Guardian uh bracers, I think it's like 1% crit hit chance less than in season 32, which might actually affect me um as far as lacking paragons also inclusive, but I do have like a bit slightly more dexterity than in yeah, a few 135, like 136, and a lot of 131s in general. But this season I have lots of if we go back to the season 38 that I did the 148, very luckily, I barely got this back in 22nd of April. I tried many times over like 2 whole weeks or 2.5 weeks, every other day or something like that, right? And my closest was like the 37th try was like, what was it, 1526 or something like that, or whatever. And then that was the 37th try that I messed up because I could have just ripped one time um, around the conduit, not played the conduit yet, but that, and then the conduit would have helped gain the 30 seconds minimum that I lost, right? So it would have been 37th try, but then down the road, I finally got a lucky 1453 on the 64th try. So my 148 this season is like super early compared to my season 32, which was 2,500 for the 148. Exactly 2,500, in fact, due to the timing, I guess. And this season, so my bracers is still missing 1% crit hit chance because I'm favoring my secondary stats here with the damage reduction from ranged, right? And then I talked about the Satchel having the 15% Hungering Arrow already. So I believe I can try to play without Hungering Arrow on the pants. I think on the leaderboard there were some people that did the same thing. In fact, because I think they were struggling for survivability because some people actually play, I think, around 27 to 32 um, cooldown reduction. I think, maybe, and they rely more on the freezing um, of the enemies. So that means that their pants does not actually need the 15% hungering arrow, especially if their satchel also already has that 15% hungering arrow, because you just need, generally speaking, for pushing, you want the 2 slots of hungering arrow, like at minimum. Yeah. And this season, compared to my season 32, which I used to play 5 diamonds, right? And I've been playing the past, I think, 3 seasons of God DH, where I actually played uh at least 2 emeralds, and then in the social season I actually went all 5 emeralds in the social season because um I had a godly fortress ballista, and I started improving on my own gameplay as well, right? So I managed to um use 5 emeralds in the social season. But recent seasons I've been playing with 3 and 2, and so I also make up the damage of the crit chance, I guess, compared to my 6% crit chance in season 32. And then in season 32, my amulet's slightly better, right? But non-ancient. So I have yet another bit of dexterity. So I think that I'm on my way. I mean, I can take a look again at the amulet, right? Um, my amulet, it's the non-ancient 1997-10. So the crit hit damage is the 30%, and then the 2% cold. So all my dexterity that I gained is basically the 2% cold. And then in terms of my main gems, my Taeguk this season I actually worked on in solo, in fact, doing 147s. I think it was like it took like about 5 or 6 tries of 147 to get my Taeguk to a 149. So I've repeat some 147s myself already. And obviously, I think in season 32, I had some. It was either group 150 help on getting the last rank here on disability strength, or that when I did the 140 uh like 148, I got lucky or something. It was either one of those back in season 32. But anyway, let's bring it forward to today. And it's been since what, like 3 weeks now. I've been working on the Paragons, and uh, based on the number of attempts, 94 tries in season 32 up to 149 attempt done. Um, this is around the 100 Paragon range that I'm missing. So we will see uh, how terrible the 149s uh, are really going to be today. Uh, I mean, hopefully I didn't use up too much RNG from the 147s that I did to get my main gems, worked on. But once again, I got Primal Pants just earlier today, and then I augmented it with 141. So this season I've had, instead of just 131 and 135s and so on, I actually gradually got newer items like side upgrades that I could do 140. I didn't actually do any re-augments at all. They are actually all like gradual improvements regardless. And so even my belt is all right. I just feel like I could improve the belt for the all resist and then get a new belt which can get up to a 140 augment there. But I think that I'll rest on this belt for now. The bracers might be something that I can work on with the 1% crit chance and pray for similar secondaries. I think that might be the other play. And then the saddest part about this season is that I struggled a lot with the chest and boots in regards to the vitality, and finally I got a reasonable vitality on the recent chest piece because I haven't had an all resist version for a while this season, and so like the boots having under 600 base vitality was or is still currently really terrible. Now, uh I'm going to remove this uh vitality now because I just got the vitality on the pants, and as long as I maintain 1 million health, I should be okay. Yeah, and on my screen here, in the inventory anyway, is the current latest primals that I got in replacement of the the pants. This was my previous pants, right? That I got just like, I mean, that I was using for the past like full month. Uh, at least for 1 month, I was using this pair of pants now. And so today I got a new pair of pants. So hopefully today's attempts will let me know how terrible the rifts are and whether I get a reasonable conduit to enable like halfway down the rift, you know. Um, and we will see. Yeah, it's fine. I As long as there's two slots of hungering arrows, because that's what I've been playing like almost every season. Because my satchel never really had a chance like this season to see the hungering arrow anyway. Now, of course, this season, even in the non-ancient satchel, I had a chance of the hungering arrow, like a 14% hungering arrow non-ancient. I think it was like what was it, 587 or something, 587% at the time that I had a um 14% hungering arrow on the satchel too. So like I just got this, and even on the leaderboards, there were some people that played in this way. And then, like I said, this season and recent seasons, I've been playing with at least two emeralds in the five sockets, three and two here, right? So I and I have more like slightly higher augments per item, including an ancient amulet. So I have the dexterity that can counteract the 15% from the 45. And in season 32, I played 30% Hungering Arrow. And almost every season I play 30% Hungering Arrow anyway. I think it's only like probably like 2 seasons or so out of the 15 God DH seasons that I've ever played 45%, and this season was one of them. But I'm gonna revert back to playing 30%, which is gonna hurt. Getting too used to the 45% additive, anyways. Um, but I think that I've been playing with more main stat throughout, with the exception of season 32 being near 3K Paragon. So like I think though I pared my dexterity though based on the two sockets here and the augments that are like 140 plus, except I think these three. So like these three are the ones that drag my augments down back to the old ways that I played with like 125, 130, and 131. This season, I'm already up to 140s without re-augmenting, actually. I haven't re-augmented anything, like I said. They were all increments on the next item, like on the next upgrade. Yeah. So I've not actually re-augmented anything. These are all like replacement gear. So like every time I step it up by like whether it was from 125 or 130. I think I started with 130s this season or even 131s this season. So they were like, one step at a time. 131, some old gear were like 131s, some old gear were like 135, and then now as soon as I get, let's say a usable primal, right? Immediately I go for the 141 for the primals. Except this one because that at that time I was um at that time I was still lower Paragon and I didn't want to waste more time and poison resistance is not top notch enough to worth a 141 as a marker because if you compare to my satchel, right? This is an offensive satchel. It's not the most offensive satchel out there, but it's definitely worth even a 150 augment if I had 150 augments, right? So my tier listed way has its reasoning, and I haven't really like re-augmented items. I've always like used a higher augment for a newer replacement. Yeah. So let's try. I've gained what since the attempt. This was just before 2,300. Just before closing. I did work on like what 500 basically, 500 paragons. So uh, it's on average, I think, based on my uh 4-2 first pylon check, second pylon check kind of keystone playstyle. I think this is like a bare minimum in order to play a 149. So we will start to see what the 149 actually feels like. And by the way, I cannot open a 150, like so I've always been playing the God DH, not even the support. You can imagine. Sure, if I'm a bad support, I wouldn't have unlocked 150 in a group that didn't want me or something like that. But no, I've only unlocked all the way to 149 and not a 150, even for what? It's now 1.5 months into the season or something like that. And yeah, so this is all gradual progression, and it has uh, it's led up to this point. I'm getting quite close to matching my season 32, and we will find out uh, this season truly how long it would take me to get that 150 done after this dreadful 149, potentially speaking. So here we go. Let's start. Let's find out. It's been what, 20, 30 minutes, 20 something minutes of um, summarizing or talking about comparing my own season 32 and also decision making more or less. And I decided that I would start right now, because if it takes at least 100 tries, that's around 2.9, 2950 Paragon, something like that. And it's time to uh, test it out so that I know whether I'm close to my season 32 or not. Uh, and again, I also feel like the past 3 weeks, outside of ranking my Taeguk and Trapped by 2 ranks and 1 rank respectively, that I haven't been playing higher rifts. So I am going to be very rusty, by the way, when it comes to playing these 149s. And I'm jumping straight into 149, by the way. And that's usually what I do with a push selected push day. I always start the first rift into the tier that I'm pushing. So it it can easily ruin a first try since I'm not warmed up, right? But that has happened before. But I mean, it is what it is, right? Um, so here we go. Let's warm up straight into the 149 that I've not tried this season. And like I said, I cannot push up any higher to even go straight to a 150 at all, right? So anyway, let's begin. I think I have everything sorted out. I am using a different passive on the Bariza this season. Last time it was Vala and Ambush in season 32. This season, I've seen a lot of people having Perfectionist um, in their passive, whether it's for their special recipe. A lot of people use for their special recipe, and there are some people who even play the infinite special recipe with the topaz in the helmet. Some people have been doing that as of recently. And so Perfectionist is actually really helpful for those who even spend discipline. Yeah, so it's an interesting passive nonetheless. Um, but I think I have to compare myself to archery versus steady aim, and that is something that I have to think about. Potentially, uh, however, my issue with not using archery is that my amulet isn't the 97% crit damage. So if I were to like even consider steady aim, I have to make sure that I fix my amulet. I mean, the amulet is 2% less than my season 32 anyway. So the amulet is the next uh goal, and I had been trying every now and then with the reforging, but so far I've only gotten a physical one. Well, a physical potential elemental trifecta. I can easily play the interesting way with the no crit chance, but I've already started playing the damage with this crit chance that I got. I can't go back, unfortunately. I'm too used to the crit chance damage already. So, yep, I delayed another 6 minutes or so, or like 5 minutes. So let's finally start warming up. Let's go. Okay, I don't know if this is a good one or not. It's it feels like it's a phase beast festering woods, in fact. Or is it? It's not. Okay. It was just the elite. It it I thought I saw Lacuni Huntresses, but it was it was the well, I saw the Lacuni Huntresses and I thought to myself it felt like a phase beast one. But anyway, um this looks like it's really, really rough. Well, see, they keep throwing me off with like a mix between the executioners and the face beasts. So that's why I kept getting confused. Now, what I don't like about this current position is that there's the elite that I got at the start is a Waller. Like that's the one really, really terrible thing that's going on right now is the Waller, by the way. Like everything else is okay. I mean, I don't like the arcane beams either, but I'll have to make do. Okay, finally I get to use one reasonable Oculus Ring, even though, again, this elite pack is a Waller elite. 6% progress. By the way, this is just the first warm-up. Okay, so I'm not expecting this to be a little too crazy, even though it is a really nice rift to start on the floor 1. Okay, this Oculus Ring is usable. Okay, it's alright. The blue is almost down. I think I can use this Oculus Ring to get most of my elite down, except one healthy blue, as per always. Okay, come on. Thank you. Perfect. That Oculus Ring was perfect. Okay. So I can just slowly play here, I think, since I am breaking even, so or more or less. Alright. Okay. Really? 19% power. What's really sad about pushing is that this power is definitely meant for the Rift Guardian. The only other potential use of this is if I can clear everything except the yellow elite, and I have to clear at least 4 total elites in order to value the Rift Guardian swap. Man, these Oculus Rings are not fun. I've been getting a little bit okay. As soon as I said that, I got a more reasonable one. Okay. All right. Let's keep moving. I'm losing time to this elite, by the way. So I have to get back some time by playing density. And this elite is actually more annoying than the arcane one, funny enough. I mean, it is a yellow elite, that's one of the reasons. The other reason is the frozen patches are really nasty. So what's good about me being able to hit this yellow elite is that the yellow elite is slowly dying. I mean, at this point, I'm very likely going to just keep him with me for the whole rest of this rift, I believe. Alright, the density is almost done. So he's half HP right now. Okay. I mean, I can probably just stand here. I think I should just clear it now because I don't want the frost to affect more of my Oculus Rings, future Oculus Rings, I think. So I'll just take the hits now on my time. I think that's a better decision. Because the frost is gonna eat my future Oculus Ring positionings anyways. And the freezes that it does, it's 100% crits or whatever, right? So when there's no minions, I should clear out a yellow elite as best I can, and that's what I decided to do. By the way, I'm conserving space. Since Phase Beasts mob set, they teleport to me anyways. So I'm conserving space on this floor. Really? I got another yellow elite. This is not good. This is not looking good now. And I have to remember whether I want to play the power for elites or not. And then if I don't, I also have to remember to save density at the door. Frost again. Oh, so with this frost again, I'm losing time and Waller. So what this is telling me is that I need a shield pylon next, I think. In order to play my future. And earlier was a 19%, right? So I feel like I should work towards 50%. If I can get to the 50%. Okay, it's almost 50%. Okay, I'm going behind time. Okay, 50%. Alright. Is there really no help? 19% and no help. Really? This is not good. 19% power and no help at 50% means I'm in big trouble. I might need to use this power. But it's a super risky play. The no help is actually really bad for me, by the way. Positionally speaking. And I wasn't even like praying on the conduit or anything. I was just asking for a shield pylon or something. Because I had a feeling that I was wanting to play the elite that was the previous elite to drag it all the way through. But now that I didn't get any help and it didn't follow me, luckily anyway, that there's at least not a wall, there's no walls to affect me. Ah, it's speed. Okay, so this looks like a bust. This looks busted already. My only other way to get the time back is to play the power pylon, and I think I will. I'm just gonna clear out a bit more and pray that I play the power correctly. Alright, let's go back with the power. Because I don't have time anyways. And the guy teleported. That is really bad. And it's a shielding blue. Oh, that's terrible. I wasn't even paying attention to what the affixes of this blue was, and shielding is really, really bad for the power pylon, by the way. Basically, this powered can't even clear this. I mean, it can, but... Yeah, I got 3 elites. That's not bad. Okay, what's the follow-up? Oh, it's a cave. I mean, the power did 3 elites, right? So it wasn't too bad. I had to go for the power though, because I would have lost the... I was gonna lose the rifts if I didn't anyways. So I think it was a good decision at the end. I barely made it though. Because the blue elite moved too much while I was running back for the power pylon. I got lucky. Positionally. This is not a bad cave thus far, actually. I mean, as soon as I say that, I get an elite. I mean, luckily it's a blue, but still. I actually didn't want to see an elite right now. Because all I want to do is density. I have no time for an elite, but luckily it's a blue. But the sad part about this elite is that it's one of the worst possible elites in terms of position because it's arcane in a narrow space. And that's the traditional skip. The traditional arcane skip is where if you get it arcane elite affix. Oh. Wow. That was Soul Lashers. Yeah. This is over. I mean, it's already over. But that was a cool start. It would have been funny had it actually happened. That's a good first try, by the way. This first try is actually really reasonable. But I feel like with this reasonable try, it means that the next ones, that if they are terrible, they would look really terrible. Like by comparison. Because this was actually a really good try, considering. I just didn't get, well, I didn't even get the correct pylon order anyway. And I didn't get help sooner. Because it was like, I was praying for like even 46 to 50% help. Well, I didn't need help, really, but then as soon as I moved forward, though, I needed help, and I didn't get any, and that killed the run. And then I saw the speed, it was obviously not helpful. I don't have to continue trying this. I was just testing this to see if I can get my next pylon. But that was a very, very good first one. That showed that I have enough like main stat gameplay that I didn't need to touch the 15% hungering arrow. I mean, from face beast, from the point of view of face beast monster type, which is like what the top three, top five monster types. Um, yeah, yeah, it was a very good try. I I had to use the power. I was already behind time, and I didn't get a second pylon, shield, or conduit or something like that. Uh, Obviously, I needed a conduit instead of a shield, but I wanted a shield in the middle because of that yellow elite Waller Frozen Pulse or Frozen whatever, the center one, the one that I skipped, the one that I skipped, even with the power late decision. But that late decision was actually really good. I mean, I had to because I was gonna fail it regardless. I, there was no time to save it for Rift Guardian, which I wouldn't spawn a Rift Guardian anyway without it. Yeah, so that was as good as it can get for a warm up, I think, and I think I played that as a warm up really well. I mean, it is Phase Beast, so it's pretty easy. I mean, compared to like something stupidly difficult, I think that was a really good warm up. Um, Resistance wise, I think I'm good. This perfectionist definitely helped me a lot with the resistances, and I felt like I was fine except for that one proc just now. That was bound to happen because it was a cave and it was arcane orbiter. So it was either I either stood on the Dark Berserker hammer, or it was the orbiter, like a larger orbiter that struck me in that pathing, or it might have been one arcane beam. I don't know. But I think this is pretty good. Um, of course, the area damage could be better with the 110 had I gotten a Quadfacta gloves or something. Um, but my CDR could be better if this was at 8%. And again, my Enchantress, I've not been using this season for the most part of this season. The majority of the season, only at the beginning that I used Prophetic Harmony, by the way. I've been always been using amplification for the last full month already. So this cooldown reduction, by the way, is group CDR. The 38.01 is actually group CDR, which in the Ethereal season, God DH is like what? The third group meta or something? Third or fourth group meta? Or even second. Well, one of the like around the third rank. Because wizards are number one, I think, right? Or something. And then there's probably another one like in between something, and then it's got DH. I don't know. It's one of those. But anyway, this is just to talk about the group CDR group cooldown reduction that I have because I'm not reliant on even in solo prophetic harmony. Now, of course, if I had gotten a good area damage gloves, then I have to go back to prophetic harmony, right? And then I can actually have the 110% area, which would help against the face beast better, in fact, or a lot of the other monster types better. Um, so in terms of problems for 149 and 150, the the greatest issue would be this 110% area that isn't met, by the way. Now, the only other way to counter this missing area is that I have to play uh, into the Bariza's actual purpose, which is the freeze, right? And my playstyle is actually really bad with the freezing because my playstyle is like a Ring of Fire Soul Shard playstyle, you know? So I'm actually not using the Bariza at its like strongest point. The only time you saw me use the Bariza almost more correctly and precisely was when I decided to clear out that solo yellow remaining uh face beasts elite. Like he got frozen several times, right? And that is basically how a Bariza should play, where you actually want to use the freeze to get what it says there. Hits against frozen enemies are always critical hits. So my playstyle is way too much on as though it was the Soul Shard season, where I'm, you know, kind of like pulling way too many, and I'm switching the frozen targets too much. So that's one thing bad about my playstyle. But I think that uh that has to do with me usually playing at 110% area damage instead of 90%. And with this 90%, I feel like I have to use the Bariza's advantage more. It's just that I'm so stuck with this playstyle that I want to pull like, more enemies together that I'm not using this advantage very well. So I lose time based on that. But that was a good first, really, really good first attempt. All right, let's go for a second one now, and we will see how terrible the RNG is going to be. Because I think that was too good of a first go, I think. But we will see. Yeah, I saw you. Hey, Philip, I saw. I was just on my train of thought. Thank you. All right, let's go second. I told you. That was too good to be true, right? This is the like really bad start. So let's find what the next floor is. I mean, it's there is a way to get progress, by the way, from this. It's actually really difficult to do so, but there is actually a way to get progress. I just don't intend to play it. Ahaha! Good skip. Why do they always do this to me? They always hide the good map on the next floor. I mean, most people would have tossed it out already. I mean, it is a time waste, right? A huge time waste, time loss. But why do they always do this? I mean, it's, I guess it's like temptation. But I find that really funny. I mean, this is not that great. I'm just talking about the map. Like, why do they hide like, a decent map on floor 2? That skip was not the fastest because I hit like what 2.5 dead ends or something. So it's not as fast as my like keeps floor 1 skip on that successful what 147 or 148 or whatever that I did. I think this season I've had 2 funny keeps floor 1 skips. 4%. 5%. Can I get a 6%? I might be able to get 6% here. Yep, okay. So 6%, Let me play this Oculus Ring a little bit. 7%. Can I even get 8%? I mean, if I can get to the 12%, maybe I can get an early help. Okay, 8%. So there's nothing else there. Let's keep moving. Let's play here. So one, I thought I could get away with the elite not seeing me. I was just about to say, you know what's really funny about my playstyle is that I somehow can get away with, you know, not letting the elite see me. That's actually something that I'm really good at, honestly. Sometimes it's too good because sometimes I actually want to hurt the elite throughout the entire map so that I can actually clear it by the end. But at the same time, I don't really want the elite affixes to like disrupt my flow, you know? Okay, I think this is good enough. I think I can play here, I guess. So I haven't seen the pylon, and I'm slowly losing more and more time. So I have a feeling that it might be a like 18% pylon chance, but I don't know if I can get to 18%. Okay. Okay. A little overlap here. Dangerous though. Okay, I'm getting way too many elites now. So the first pylon has to be either a shield or a conduit. – 18%. Okay, there's too many elites now. I think this is over. This is way too many elites. So I need a shield or a conduit at 22%, I think. I wonder if I can even get to 22%. Do I have enough here for 22? Okay, 22. Okay, let's check. Speed. Okay. I mean, I felt like that pylon might have been earlier than 22. But looks like it failed. I don't think I could have gotten a different pylon. No. Okay. And it's over. Okay. Because I felt like this pylon would have spawned sooner had I checked. I felt. I'm double checking. Yeah. But anyway, 22% speed. I felt like there was a way that I could have maybe seen that pylon sooner. Because I theoretically walk over here. So that's why I felt like... But I didn't see the foot of it, so... Interesting. That was an interesting second second one. So let's start writing. Start writing down. First try, fail, floor 1, festering woods. It was face beasts, mob sets. 19% power pylon, into, I don't know, like 56% speed or something. Pylon, decided to play the power pylon for 2 to 3 elites. I think I got at least 3 elites. Hard the time to like 74% or something, but failed anyways after. Second try, fail. Floor 1 caverns, blood mage, and fire shamans. Tried to skip ASAP. Floor 2 fields of misery with exarchs. Upset. No early pylons until 22% speed pylon. All right. That's the first 2 tries. The second try was all right. I mean, it wasn't great, but at least they showed the floor 2 check playstyle, which is pretty important to do when you're pushing, or even time attack actually. Now, of course, if you're on a different level of the time attack, then you want the first floor because you want that, you know, like immediate head start, right? So it depends on at which degree your time attack is on, then you need the first floor. If not, you're still hoping for a good second floor anyways. So the floor 2 check is always happening. Usually. Unless you get a 1 floor clear, right? But more than likely a floor 2 check is like relatively obvious. So that was a okay second keystone. I just expected that my first attempt was a little too good to be true. It would have been very funny to be a one shot had I gotten better pylons. It could have been a one shot. I could have had I gotten like, one stronger pylon, I think there was a potential of spawning the Rift Guardian. But I still have to get a good Rift Guardian RNG though because I've already used the power pylon. So even with a stronger central pylon, I think I needed like single target bosses anyways in order to uh even get a 1450 or 1459 or something. So, yeah. All right, third try. Okay, Temple Firstborn. This is it grotesque? Oh, wow. I wanted to use the Oculus Ring and I almost was too greedy. Okay. Just like nothing, right? Very interesting start though. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's like 1,000 explosions there. Up. Different timing. 7%. Ah, this elite is gonna mess me up. It's not good. Oh, it's a missile dampening with the frozen pulse. And it's electrified. Okay, so it's a no-go. So it is gonna mess me up. Because had it not been such deadly secondary affixes, I can actually clear out a missile dampening, by the way. Missile dampenings are very finicky. You can actually take them out if you actually tried. But because these are really hot affixes, there's no chance. I mean, I can try to, you know, get the health lower, right? But as I try to get my percentages from these grotesques that I was playing anyway. What's the health of the elite? Okay, 1/4 down. Yeah, that's not easy. Okay. Alright. I got my grotesque. Oh, really? Ah, too many yellow elites this floor. And he saw me. Still. This is a very big problem. Alright, so I need a shield or a conduit. I think conduit's too painful in here. This floor is not a conduit floor. Grotesque with conduit is not fun, by the way. Because one, they explode at a really bad time and position. And two, you don't actually want the conduit to zap the turned worms or eels, whatever you want to call them. Because you don't actually want to waste the zaps like that. So the yellow elite that I was working on is half dead, by the way. Funny enough. And that's why I'm saying, like, missile dampening can get taken out. I just feel like I don't have the room here, though. Did I get an 18% pylon? No, I did not. I think this is over already. I got face beasts. Ooh, this spot feels fun. This is the last spot that I can play, I think. I got a pretty good follow-up. I mean, not the map, but the monster type. Oh. I was trying to play the Oculus Ring. Okay, 22%. Okay, full clear there. It's pretty good. Ouch. Okay, I can't play that. Is there an early pylon here? Really? Why is it always power today? Can it not be a conduit or a shield? Like, either one is good here. Literally. I mean, I probably don't even need a shield, to be honest. I can actually play this myself. But why? Why is it power on a floor 2? And I don't like this elite. Although it's a health link, but it's positionally horrible though. I think I need to play this right now. Because I can't come back. I can't come back to this spot. This is a worthless power, by the way. But I can't come back to this spot. This floor. It's too hot. So this power is basically a break-even, more or less, power again. Sad. I mean, it's nice, you know. It kind of had, you know, the. This is a really bad elite, but I wanted to use the power for it. It's always one very healthy blue because of the way that it's positioned. Okay, Oculus Ring. Okay. Yeah, this power was not good at all. I mean, it wasn't a good spot for a power pylon anyways. Okay. Ah, caves again. Ah, this game. And the monster types are interestingly fun today, though, for the most part. They're not horrible. There were a few bad ones, but dead end. I mean, I've already gathered some of them. So might as well clear them. So I have to see what the second pylon is, if I can get to the second pylon. And then I'm out again. Okay. Skipping that. 24% power pylon, right? Illusionist Waller. This is not good. I'm gonna try to get my percent from the density and get out. Okay, one more Oculus Ring probably. Okay, last Oculus Ring. Okay. I guess over here. Really? Hit my vengeance. 60%. Is there a pylon here? Or did it spawn up there? Or did the gold bar eat it? I think the gold bar ate the pylon. My gold bar ate the pylon, I think. Yeah, I think the gold bar ate the pylon. Okay, I'm gonna check over up here. See if I spawned it on over here instead. Nope. I don't think I spawned it anywhere nearby, right? Nope. Okay. So the gold bar ate my pylon because I'm too far behind. Because the only other pylon here anyway is a conduit. I need a conduit, like, to break even. Floor 4. Okay. So that was a third try fail. I'm gonna write these later, by the way. This is too much to write at that point. Floor 4, graveyard. Near 60%. Behind by 4 minutes. Crazy. I mean, compared to the first try was a little too good to be true. So, but what the first try is telling me though is that it's possible. Because I didn't get good enough pylons. And it already told me one monster type that I could play. I mean, Face Beast is a monster type that you can play. It's just that if you have too many Lakuni Huntresses though, you're in trouble if you don't strafe in the correct direction. Or if you didn't get enough Oculus rings that are safe enough, then you lose time. Even from Face Beast monster type. So, but it showed that I actually have a reasonable amount of damage. I just need obviously the top, like, top 5, I think. Top 5 monster types. Because I broke even using the power though. Or I made it back to almost break even, like 74% behind by like, I don't know, 40 seconds or something. Okay. This is 4th try. Okay, Hell Rift is not always a terrible sign or anything like that. This is Ghostly Trio on floor 1, Hell Rift. So you heard them together. There is a blue in here. I don't know if I can take this blue out fast enough though. While this is happening. Whoa. I wasn't even watching the chargers, by the way. I don't think I have enough Oculus rings to get this blue out, right? And I don't think I have 110% area to deal enough splash on this blue. Yeah, I only got half of the blue. I mean, it's kind of sad. I feel like I have to kite this blue. The question is, would they follow? They didn't follow me. I feel like I might have to, like, kite this blue. This is like a crazy investment, though. So normally, right? Normally for this Hell Rift, if there is a difficult elite, you would skip the elite entirely. But I've heard this elite more than enough that I can actually stay for it. It's just that there is one healthy blue as usual. Okay. See? So normally you would just fight density only on a Hell Rift if the Hell Rift had a good density, by the way. So I guess I'm full clearing this floor, more or less. Which is funny, a lot of people either close the rift or they check the next floor already, right? But I kinda broke even. Really? Okay, this is too painful. 15%. 15% channeling. This is also too painful. Comedy comp. So let's check the next floor. Yeah. No, let's not do that. I lose too much time already skipping 2 floors. I mean, had this been a better floor, I would have played it still, but nope. Skipping 2 floors and into keeps floor 4? No. That is not happening. 4th try, fail. Floor 1 Hell Rifts. Floor 2 Hell Rifts. Skip. Floor 1 Hell Rift was 15%. Progress. Full clear. Behind by like 30 seconds. Floor 3, what was it? Floor 4 was keeps. Whatever. I need to keep trying anyways. I'll write more stuff on the way later. 5th try. Let's go. Graveyard. What is it? Oh no. So painful. Look at that. Insta-proc. Yeah, this is a... I mean, medium spiders is nice. The only problem is that this elite is... This is like a double, triple elite start. This is like a horror... I know it's a pun, right? The medium spiders are called arachnid horrors, but this is like a super nightmare, by the way. So I need a shield pylon like 4 to 6%. I don't know if I can get an early pylon, though. I need a 4 to 6% pylon here. By the way, if you don't have enough resistances, you can't play this spot. Okay, I think it's almost good to go. Yep, it's good. 7%. I got 7%. Had that been the right pylon, this would have been really fun to play, by the way. 7% speed pylon. Oh man, if the game would have given me a chance, I would have so tried this. The game just doesn't want, like, me to have fun. I'm like, I already felt what I wanted from this. You know, I even said I could play it if I get a 4 to 6% early pylon. And they did give me a 7% pylon, but it's not the right one. There's two. There's two that I want. I didn't even actually want a conduit, by the way. I actually wanted a shield because it was so painful. But obviously the conduit would have been the easy way out, right? The only problem with the conduit is that yes and no. Graveyard is like this graveyard has way too many obstacles, and if you don't remember where your elites are, a conduit is really bad. So shield is actually nice in this one because the obstacles are blocking a lot, and if you funnel them in a narrow hallway, you can actually get like 60% easily with a narrow hallway with a shield, by the way. One of the blues is actually really hurt while I was working on the medium spiders, by the way. Although I don't know if I got all the blues together due to the obstacles that I just talked about. One of the blues is really hurt, like they're half hurt each. Okay, that is a healthy blue. I think this floor is practically over anyways. So 7% pylon, which means I have to play at least the 32 or so. Okay, I took out one of the blues that I was talking about, like the hurt blue. So one of the blues individual is down, but the only issue I have after this spot is that the elites are now stuck over here. So I'm gonna have a tough time. I mean, I'm gonna have a tough time regardless because unless I get an earlier pylon than 32%, I don't think I can get my second pylon. So I need an early second pylon. The only way I can get that early pylon is if I can get rid of the one blue that I am talking about, like, soon. Because I think I need a faster 27 to 32%. I think the earliest chance of a pylon is like 27 to 32%, I think. Okay, this Oculus Ring is actually really nice. The only other question is, where is the blue? I need that blue to die. Not 24%. Yeah, it's too late, I think. Yeah. Okay, it died. Okay. Okay, it did. It did die. Okay. I was about to say, is there a chance that I can get a pylon? Not. So I guess I have to play density and pray for the 32 or so. Hopefully this time the gold bar isn't eating too much. Come on, give me 32%. The only problem I have is that if I do get the pylon that I want, now I lost the other elites on the left side, right? 32%. I have to use this Oculus Ring first. Okay. My other issue is that this floor did not have the right positioning, I think. Okay, let me check the next floor. Hopefully it's an entrance pylon or something, but I think I lost my elite's positioning already. Nope. Ah, so sad. Okay, is there a pylon here? No. Okay, then it's over. Wow, that would have been something had it actually happened. Fifth try fail. Floor 1, graveyard. 7% speed pylon. Blade. Took out 1 blue elite to get closer to 27 to 32%. Blade to 33%. Floor 2, check. Plague tunnels. It was a fast donut though. Fast donut, but no pylon at 33%, behind by like 2 minutes 30 seconds or something already. Yeah. So that was, I think, as good as it could have possibly gotten, except it was fire shamans as well. Like actual fire shamans, full-fledged fire shamans. So it was like uh I'm not gonna get back anytime because had it been a conduit anyway, first of all I had to go backwards and then I have to go through the plague tunnels of fire shamans. So then even if I break even, I would lose time again through the way. It's not just that it's plague tunnels that I would lose the time, it's that it's fire shamans that I would lose more time. So it wasn't the problem of the plague tunnels this time around because it actually showed me the early donut. Normally, I would say that if it's plague tunnels, it would lose me the time because it didn't show the donut fast enough, where it would push your pylon farther down the road, right? But that was the earliest donut, potentially speaking, that it didn't give me the pylon due to me being behind time anyway. So, but yeah, that graveyard was funny though, because had I gotten a shield or a conduit, it would have been like, I think 30, I think what, 40% progress? Because it was medium spiders. And I had like 4 elites, I think. 4 or 5. So it's around 40% progress, at least. But I did lose them to the left side, which I knew was going to happen. But the graveyard was not a large graveyard. It was the one of the smaller versions, so it's not very helpful with the pylon spawn points. Yeah. Sixth try. Okay. Uh, what is it? Scavenger mob sets. Okay, this can be. This is doable if it's not too hot. So far, it's really hot. It's a double blue already. It's a double blue opener. Double blue opener with fire chains and charters that are like going around everywhere. Okay, I need to probably move already after this Oculus Ring. Ah, da. 4%. Yeah, I needed to move. Really? Okay, so, um, I have the blues that I want. The problem is that they have to give me an early pylon again. Because this is a very hot, um, festering woods. Like, this festering woods is no joke. So I need a early strong pylon. Well, today I've had the strong pylon, but it's the worst strong pylon today. Okay, can I get 6%? Please? Thank you. Okay. Is there a chance? Okay. Not yet. Man, there's so many blue elites. This is like... Like, all I need is some help. There's like so many blues. This is like the optimal blue for GoD. Oh, that was deadly. Eight %. 9%. Can I get 1 more %? Nope. I think there's all elites there. I need help. I just... the timer is just so mean. I need help. Can I get a 12% pylon? I need a 12% pylon. Yeah, I think this is over. Okay, 12%, please. No? Man. If they gave me this 12% pylon, I would have... I mean, this is looking like... I just have to, like, play through it and pray for, like, a pylon for, like, no matter what it is. And hopefully it's a strong one. Because I know I can clear these elites. It's just a matter of... what pylon is it? Because I have all the elites with me. This is one of those... like... all I need is that one pylon. The only problem is that this timer is too far already. And the other spot could be the pylon spot, but... so I have to go check after this. Because I could have seen it on the left at the top there. 18%. I think I have to go check. Sorry, I'm gonna focus first. Is there a chance here? No? Okay. Then it's over, I think. Yeah. I mean, that's how it should be, right? But the funny thing is that I had so many elites with me. If there's any help whatsoever, I would have taken out 6 elites, by the way. Because I had all the elites with me just now, by the way. And they're all like half dead, I think, or at least close to half dead. And they were like mostly blue elites, which is what you want. So, see, today it's all power. I mean, you know what's really funny is that if this density was all gone, I can actually pull off this power pylon, by the way. This would be a break-even power, but it's like really difficult to do. Why is it power pylon? I even suspected that I was going to get a power pylon because today has all been power pylon all the time. Like, I want shield or conduit. Like, even a shield would have been, like, fine. I just want to, like, see the progress. You know, like, I'm not looking for the win, like, so quickly. I just want to be able to enjoy the pylon play. That's what I enjoy doing, actually. Like, the whole idea of this game for me is that I want the cool pylon play. It's not. But either way, I'm gonna use this power to just like get the EXP, I guess. I'm just gonna drag everybody to the power pylon. This was a funny one though, like 6 elites or something, 5 or 6 elites. It's just obviously there's too many targets. So right now it's just not good. And obviously there's a waller here. At the end here, there's a waller. Okay. I guess I can almost start it so that I get some Oculus rings. Okay, let's start it. Okay, 1 Oculus ring. Of course there's spinner. 1 down. Oh, they're teleporters too, so I'm in trouble. 2. Wow, I almost ate that. Yeah. Yeah, if it wasn't spinners, it would be a little easier to take down 1 more elite. I need that elite too, by the way. The 1 blue. Okay. Is there a next pylon here? Ha! Oh, come on, game. Let me play. This is so stupid. Okay, I'm out. Yeah, nice try. Thank you. Thank you for the support on the pylon. And this blue didn't even follow. Let me play. That was that was almost to break even, by the way. Had it not been teleporting spinners, okay, I can clear that. Although that scavenger blue was gonna be like borrowing more than half the time, right? But I could have stayed more firm against them had it not been spinner ads. So then I would have taken them out. The sad part was apparently the blue one blue stayed at the door. But I had like so many elites with me that shield was waste of time, but at least it would be easy to play. Conduit obviously would have been the one to break even because I was so far behind time that the conduit was going to break even, basically. And then that's it though. I wouldn't be able to defeat that rift, by the way. Yeah, and that. But my freezing is not too like it's not the best freezing because my playstyle is like super high density gameplay anyways. So they're not always frozen. So like I'm losing damage because of the way I play too. But this particular one, this particular festering though, was that uh uniquely speaking, my playstyle actually fits into that because then they wouldn't get perma frozen in the way that if I had a strong central pylon, I would have taken out 6 elites. And I did try not to waste the reveal too, because there were like so many spots that the pylon could have spawned. I was trying to not use up the map, the fog of war, but I had to move because I didn't have more density. All I had was elites at that point, or at least the elites was wasting my time. So I had to start moving. And then at every potential percent, I tried to look for something. And then again, they spawn power. Like this today, I've had my first pylon power is like what? 40% chance today. That was like what? 4 blues and 2 yellows or something. And then I had what, a 57% channeling pylon behind by 3.5 minutes or something. Yeah, but that was, I mean, that was okay. That rift was okay. It was it was just sad, but I think I'm gonna go for my bathroom break. So I will be right back. I hope you guys enjoyed that attempt though. I mean, it wasn't like the best attempt or anything compared to my first one. So if you want to watch like a decent attempt, the first one was pretty good, except I also didn't get a conduit, or at least I didn't get a conduit like um at the first 2 pylons or something. I got it late or something like that. I don't remember. What was it? No, the first try was 19% power, 56% speed, and then I played the power pylon because I was behind time already. So there wasn't any conduit. But I parred the time at 74%. I was like behind by like 30 seconds or something. But the first try was the best, and that was I think maybe like you can go back to like the first half hour of the I think around the first 30 minutes. of this VOD. So if you want, you can go back while I'm go for my bathroom break. So I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Okay, so that was pretty fun. All right. So that was the sixth try. So we are on to the seventh try. Okay. Um, yeah, the game has to show me shield or conduit today. I haven't had either of them. At least nothing useful. The monster types have been okay to date. Majority, like 60% of them were like playable for progression, which is more than usual. 60% of the better monster types already is pretty good. They are like the top 8 monster types I think I've gotten today, for the most part. Okay, 7th try. Okay, Pandemonium starts. Speaking of difficult, this is super, super difficult. It's Moon Clan. Now, Moon Clan, if you have enough damage, you can bar the time, even from the crazy incoming damage that they deal. But I didn't get enough on the screen. So painful. So the blue is half dead. They are teleporters. But I don't... of course the next elite is a Waller. Yeah. Just want my 1 more percent, please. Is there a way I can get 1% or not? No, not likely. Okay. This is a small floor anyways. Yes. Ah. Medium spiders. Okay. I mean, I don't like that this yellow elite is very painful. And I had to eat this spot, this pylon spawn point. So, it's a problem in itself. And these Oculus rings are really tough. Okay, I gotta move, I think. Okay, can play here. Yeah, these Oculus rings today are really, really rough. Okay, this one's a little bit better. Not very much. Okay. Let him move after this. Oculus ring. Okay. Okay. Let him move after this Oculus ring. Okay. Nope. Another one of these really horrible pandemonium spots. I feel like I'm not getting any pylons on, like, the optimal spots that I need the pylons to be. Well, I need a 22% pylon, or this is over, I think. And even then, I only have, what, 2 elites here? With 22%. No pylon. Yeah. It is over. Yep. Big spiders, yeah, I don't have time. I need, like, Val Swarms, but even then, I need Val Swarms and Conduit. Double Pandemonium. Double really bad Pandemonium, too. 7th try fail, 4-1 Pandemonium, small sized, 4-2 Pandemonium again, medium large, I think, this one, 2nd floor, floor 3, Shock Tower, late to 22%, behind by 2.5 minutes or something. Alright, 8th try. Okay, here we go. Is it a skip? Yep, it is. Alright. Time to... Oh, goodness. This is like... bridge delay. Although this spot is quite nice to play, but I wouldn't... Ah. Found the exit. Okay. This is not a good opener. But let's play here. That was a good skip though. Fast keeps comparatively speaking. The bad news is I got too many elites now again. Like, I want to play this density spot that I have, and I see, like, too many elites here. %. I get 6%? Okay, 6%. Okay. Okay, nice Oculus rings. Even though they're like eating my reveal at some point, but okay, at least the blue is almost dead. Overlap is nice here. Nice, got that blue down. Okay. Is this a bit of a problem? Yeah, this is a bit of a problem. Okay. I need to pray that by the time I go back to that square intersection, I need a good pylon. Okay, thank you, Oculus Ring. So far, no pylon. But by the time I go back to that spot, I need a pylon. Nice, at least there's a bit of density on the way. Come on, game! Come on, man! Now I'm getting pissed off. This is so stupid. Like, I had the plan. Can you just give me like a shield or a conduit and just let me play? This is just annoying now. Fast skip on keeps, smallest keeps, skip. 4-2 shrouded. Stinging winds. X executioner. Dark berserker mob set. Played to a square. Spots 24% speed pylon behind by 1 minute or so. Has 3 elites waiting the intersection. That is so stupid. That actually pissed me off. Like, it's not so much that it's like I played to the plan and they don't even let me try. So dumb. Like, it's no fun. It's not even about wanting the clear. I just want, like, playable. Alright. 9th try. Yeah. Caverns, let's skip this for... maybe here? Yeah, let's play here, I guess. For now. Like, earlier, I kept the elites at the intersection. Like, what more do you want? Okay, 4%. I guess here, even though it's not very much, but they're like quite close together, so might as well. Okay, 6%. Okay, this spot's fine, I guess. Okay, that's really painful. Okay, that's very painful. Let me just make sure. The exit might be on the right, right? This is so painful. This was an interesting cave, though. Nope. This is not the exit. So it must be the last direction over there. Okay, I guess I'll clear this Golgor out since the Oculus Ring is here. Okay. Alright. 17% into medium spiders-ish. Hell Rift. difficult blue, so I'm not gonna play the elites. Basically speaking.
Not ready yet. Need more time.
Okay, the elites remain. Let's move.
Not ready yet.
Let's play here.
I'm still
Ah, the elites still saw me.
I've become stronger. Not ready yet. Sweet revenge. Need more time.
Okay,
I'm still waiting.
next. What's with the power pylon at the start?
Need more time.
26% power. Like today. Oh, goodness.
Go back. I must heal.
Nice. What's with the power pylons today?
Make it happen.
Ninth try, fail. 26% power pylon. Floor 3 keeps. I played those first two floors just fine. And then a power pylon shows up again. It's like speed, power, channeling. Are there only like these three pylons today? Because that's all I saw today. And try. This is like a skip
Not ready yet.
for sure. Even though this spot is okay, I guess, but super painful. Like it's like one of the most painful spots you can play, I think, imaginable.
Not ready yet.
All right. Well, let's hope that I can get the density out before it gets any hotter. Or not. Yeah, it got too hot already. Such nasty elites. Okay, whatever. Alright, what's the next floor? I was gonna try to play it, but backfired. I mean, this is not gonna work anyways with the yellow elite sand dweller right there. Yeah, this is too painful. Okay, maybe last ditch. Nope, there's another yellow elite here. But, I mean, this spot is the only potential, right? I mean, it's not helpful. There's like two yellow elites here. Yeah, this is... So I need a shield on this floor. They need to give me like a 6% shield, perhaps. Basically after this spot. Like whatever this spot gives me, I need a pylon. or else this is over.
That was just a taste. Not ready yet. I'm still waiting. That was just a taste. Not ready yet.
Nice. Ish off to this ring.
Need more time.
12%. No pylon here so far.
I'm still waiting.
Man, like, why can't it not be a waller?
Not ready yet. You won't survive that. I'm still waiting. Not ready yet.
So I need an 18% pylon.
Do you want more? I'm still waiting.
Maybe I can play more.
Not ready yet. I'm injured.
Man, this walling is
I'm still waiting.
20%. Okay, there's like 1,000 elites here,
Need more time.
but this is a bad pandemonium.
Not ready yet.
This is one of those really nasty pandemoniums. Nope, there's no pylon here. I needed a pylon to be there.
I'm still waiting.
Don't know what happened to the... Yep, there's no pylons. This is over. Ah, forget it.
Running to town.
That would have been it. Like, I needed that pylon spot. Yeah, this was... I mean, I wasted about 30 seconds on that first floor, I guess. Floor 1 at 1 crypt. Wasted 30 seconds too long, too much. Floor 2, Pandemonium. Face Beasts-ish. Mob set. Blade to 20%. Behind by 2 minutes 20. No pylon help. Floor 3 check. Graveyard. Meh. So sad. The game is just like, today there's no shield, no conduit. Don't know where they went.
I require a new skill.
All power pylon basically today. 11th try. Shock tower. Lacuni, this is gonna be tough. Yes, I can play this spot.
I'm still waiting.
This one is tough.
Need more time.
This one is one of those that if you see someone roll like a melee reduction in the secondary or something, this is what they are trying to counter.
I'm still waiting. Not ready yet. I need healing. I'm still waiting.
6%. It's pretty good.
I need more time.
Okay, one more Oculus Ring.
Not ready yet.
Okay.
I need more time.
How many Oculus Rings do I have? I don't think I have enough for this blue, but this blue is almost dead
I'm still waiting.
now.
Not ready yet.
Nice. Okay. Broke even.
I'm still waiting.
Ish.
Not ready yet.
Is this painful?
I wish I could do that.
This... Ah, finally. Okay. Okay, finally the conduit arrived. Okay, so there's one, two... I think this is very hot. I'm gonna check. Okay, there's a third one here.
I'm still waiting.
This is like... way too much. I think.
I need more time.
This is gonna be like...
Not ready yet. I'm still waiting.
Okay.
Heal me.
Ah, come on, game. That is...
Sweet revenge. Not ready yet. Need more time. I'm still waiting. That was just a taste. Not ready yet. I've become more formidable.
Yeah, that was too much to do for the conduit.
I must wait longer.
Way too much for the conduit to do. Ah well,
Not ready yet.
it is what it is.
I'm still waiting. Not ready yet.
Yeah, see? That elite. I tried to grab one more elite and I couldn't. Ah,
Need more time.
of course. Power on this
I'm still
floor is really, really sad. Okay, no more proc. And then I get spinner. Great. And then this blue is so split.
Sweet revenge. Need more time. I'm still waiting. Not ready yet. I'm still waiting.
Okay.
Not ready yet.
Huh. Pylons are so mean.
Need more time.
I mean, it's what it is.
I'm still waiting. Not ready yet. Need more time.
The elites are too crazy now.
I'm still waiting. Need more time. I wish I could do that. Sweet revenge. Not ready yet. I wish I could do that. Need more time. Not ready yet.
Okay.
I'm still waiting. Not ready yet. I'm still waiting. Need more time. I'm still waiting. Not ready yet. Need more time. Not ready yet. Need more time. I wish I could do that.
It's bad.
I'm still waiting.
This is terrible. Now. This floor is almost done. I need to pray.
Your fear betrays you. Need more time. I'm still waiting. Need more time. Not ready yet.
Okay.
I'm still waiting. Need more time. I'm still waiting. Not ready yet. I'm still waiting.
That Oculus ring is...
Not ready yet. Need more time.
Okay, shield.
I'm still waiting. Not ready yet.
I think I have to go now.
Need more time. Bleed, you filth! I'm still waiting.
The Rift Guardian has found.
Not ready yet. Need more time. Not ready yet. Need more time.
I had a bad boss.
Not ready yet.
And the Fields of Misery was a little too crazy, by the way. I even played the Fields of Misery as best I could. I mean, I did waste like, what, 30 seconds I think, somewhere, but...
I'm still waiting.
this boss is too difficult. Oh well, this is the best try, and the Conduit did not do one extra elite too. Like, that's my other issue. So, I lost like...
Not ready yet.
I lost one elite on the Conduit, I lost 30 seconds on the Fields, so that's basically my
I'm still
clear.
waiting.
This would have been 1450, I think, in the ideal.
Need more time.
The Conduit was the problem though. Like, it was just too hot.
I'm still waiting.
I couldn't get the third blue that I wanted.
Not ready yet.
And this boss is like at the end here. Well, I had a shield already to help speed this up, by the way. I got very lucky with the pylon
I'm still here.
for this boss specifically. Um, but yeah, this was very close. This was very, very close. This was a reasonable... This is like the first best attempt today. But the convict disappoint, and then the Fields of Misery. I had to find so many different spots to play the Fields of Misery, by the way. The elites were everywhere. And I didn't get any help from that Fields with a shield that I wanted sooner. Because, so, I got this shield at like 94% or something like that. But like this Fields here, I entered and I saw the pylon. It was good to see a pylon spawn early in the entry of this Fields. But I like I heard this blue down to like half, I think. That was another potential play I could play had I gotten not another elite here. There was one elite here that stalled me from playing this blue because I was going to actually kite this blue through the map and then I can get this blue while playing the density. And then through this whole fields, I had to keep finding different like left, right, center, back, forward, down, shift, left, right, middle, whatever. I had to go so many different spots to maintain my time, by the way. Like my progress bar, I had like 2.5 minutes time lead or something, right? I had to go, I think, like 8 different places to not lose time because this field had like 6 to 7 elites that I can't play because of this channeling pylon. Now, had I gotten a shield here, it would be a little messy to play too because I would lose time um, trying to pull all the elites together. I think that's the weakness of God DH with the shield pylon is that you have to you have to have something in proximity ready to go, which is why this shield was really important for me to find the last 6%. And I almost had a 1% stall as well. Luckily, there were enough hulks, by the way, because I was like already behind time. I had to spawn the Rift Guardian like ASAP. That's why I was like, I as soon as I said had to go, I had to go take the pylon. I felt I was behind time already, and I got very lucky that I didn't get stalled here, in the last 1% with the shield, and that the shield lasted a little bit. Like I needed to use a shield for the 5-6%. That's the other issue. I didn't have enough damage for transformers, specifically the Hulks. Um, and there were not enough transformers anyway, in this spot to earn without using the shield. So I had to use the shield, uh, to generate enough damage directly, and then I ate too much time of the shield for this 5%, for the 5% progress to spawn, and then I spawned Eskandiel, which is really mean with the arcane beams at the end. Usually without a shield, Eskandiel is super difficult like halfway through already. So the shield already helped me play a very difficult boss, but it was just not the right boss. And my conduit was I, I got procced. That was one problem. I was procced uh here. I was procced around here, and I went here. I had to go search. There was one elite here, previous elite here, and there was an elite here. I was trying to pull this elite over, but this elite took forever. And then I questioned about my decision making anyway because I felt like it was too hot because there were like shock tower here, shock tower here, shock tower here, shock tower here, shock tower here and here. There were just so many shock towers. There were like 4 or 5 shock towers. How am I going to play this conduit properly enough to net me this elite? And then even when I had this, the yellow elite was too healthy, so I couldn't go back, and I didn't take out the blue first. I lost the one skeletal blue, which is what ate my time too. This one remainder skeletal blue just now, took me like that 30 seconds, and then the power pylon was like really bad because I had to go back to use it for this one, and then the power pylon is mispositioned as well because it only net me one elite and like maybe 12 Lacuni slashers and whatnot. And then the pathing to the fields of misery would have eaten the rest of the 8 seconds of the power anyway, um, into the channeling. So yeah, but that was probably, I mean, I think I played the fields like pretty well. I think I misplayed the first floor a little bit. There were just too many shock towers to dodge, for the conduit. So I misplayed the first floor. So let's see the time.
I need to go back.
Let's see the time. Um, my sum of lost time that I wanted to calculate was 1 minute and 30, I think. So what is it?
Your valor is
Because it's a tough boss too, so we have to count. So it's 210, right? No, it's minute 10. So yeah, so 1 minute 10, and then into 1 minute 30, right? That's 20 seconds. So 1440, and then it was hard boss. So then it's another 30 seconds. So this would have been a 1410. If I had things going with me, it's a 1410 or 1415. The conduit was lackluster, regardless, because it only net me what, 2.5 elites and density. So that's basically 3, which it needed 4. Conduit conduit at this juncture cannot play 3 elites only. Like 4 is the bare minimum. Man, that well, that conduit was not good enough. Positionally speaking, it was not good enough. But that was a very nice, like, finally today. Like, finally today, the 11th try here was, uh, like, conduit into power for 1 elite. blue. Well, it was a sad elite blue too, and density and density into floor 2 Fields of Misery. Well, floor 1 Shock Tower, Lakuni Slashers into first pylon conduit. I forgot the percent. But anyway, floor 2 Fields of Misery into entrance channeling pylon. I had to play 8 different spots on the Fields of Misery to dodge all elite packs due to channeling pylon. And then floor 3, 94% shield pylon. Floor 3 Stinging Winds. 94% shield pylon. Mob set is the Transformers mob set. RG Eskandiel. 1609. Oof. Wow. That was the best try of the day. All right, a few more tries, I think. So that was that was really nice. Finally a conduit, but it didn't have the magic of the several rifts that I had, like 4 to 6 elites with me already. And then I think the shock tower, I had some Lacuni slashers, I think, that were wasting my time a little bit as well. Yeah, floor 1 was really sad. I think I think had it not been shock tower floor, uh,
Acquire a new
it
skill.
would have been potentially 1450. But if I were to say that if I played super perfectly, it would be a 1410 or 1415, I think. That was a 1415 chance. Oh well. 12th try. Let's go. 12. 12, right? Yes, 12. 12th try.
I wish you luck.
Okay. Back to the problems. This is an interesting keeps though. Although I just saw yellow elite, that's a problem. Anarch's Demon Troopers is really nice, except I saw the elites. So we'll see how this goes. I just need to take out this spot of stuff though. I think that Fields of Misery earlier was really rough to play. I had to make so many like decisions to maintain the time. It was ridiculous. Like I could have lost more time there very easily. Okay, I have to leave there. Potentially I can play here, but I think there might be too much of an issue here. Yep, the walling. That is a problem. Oh well, let's just get the percents from the density and move on again. Alright, last Oculus Ring. Okay, move on. Up. Why did I go that direction? Alright, probably play here, even though the elite probably can see me from the other side. I would imagine, yep. Can't even play in peace. Okay. Use this Oculus ring and then I have to move. I mean, if they're gonna see me, I might as well just hurt them a little bit more, right? Okay. Can I get my 12% yet? No. Of course, there's another blue now. Great. Oh, this is the exit. And then now they don't want to follow. Now they couldn't follow. What a surprise. Now they couldn't follow. The whole time they saw me except this. Classic. Okay. Into festering. Okay. I mean, I lost a bit of time on that blue elite waller, to be honest. I wanted to clear it, but then it didn't follow at the end, because if it followed me at the end, I would have cleared it. And that hurt my pylon chance, I think. Okay, we'll clear this front. Okay, so yeah, I think it hurt my pylon chance. It's so sad, like, you have to like play it so perfectly. It's like so disgusting. So if there's no 25% pylon next here, that means it's gonna be 33% or whatever, which I don't know if I'm gonna get. Because I'm already super far behind time. Due to that one missed blue on the first floor. And then now the elites are here, so yeah, this is over. The elites are just gonna take the they want me to kill that blue, basically. That blue, I even felt it. I even felt that as soon as I entered, I felt the problem, because getting a festering woods means that I needed exactly enough percentage to spawn a pylon earlier in positioning. I mean, don't get me wrong, if I get a central pylon here that's actually worthy, it's still playable, but I lost the potential of getting like perfect 4 pylons or something, basically. Or at least 3 pylons on this floor. Now it's like probably cut to 2 on this floor. That's what I'm trying to say. So we'll see what this pylon is. If I didn't mess it up. I need 1 more percent, please. Or 2%, I meant. Okay. Did I mess it up? Shield. I have to play now. Because I need all the Oculus rings I can get. And blue shielding doesn't help the situation. My Oculus rings are dying out too. That's a bit of a problem. Okay, dead end is not good either. Half the shield is gone. I need to clear 1 more blue. Is there a way that I can clear 1 more blue? Nope. So 33 shields. Is there a chance? No, I don't think so. I think I need 60% or something. See, this is what that 1 blue cost me. Overlap is nice, I guess. So I needed to play that keeps blue. But that keeps blue would have wasted me time too. It's kind of like a...
I wish I could do that. We need more time. Not ready yet.
Okay.
I'm still
Yep.
waiting.
No pylon here. Yep, see? I could have... I even said that there's a 2 pylon chance. Like,
Not ready yet.
basically... It was close to a 2. But then... I killed the front one.
We need more time.
Because I didn't play my keeps properly. I mean... It wasn't so much about properly or not, it's just unfortunate, I think.
We need more time.
Oh my goodness. This had the recipe.
I'm still
I was just one pylon short. This had the recipe, I think.
Not ready yet.
I think the keep was a little difficult to adjust. But I needed that snake blue.
Need more time.
That is so sad. So basically, what this means is that my season 32, like, so far from what I'm seeing, my season 32, the benchmark is actually valid. So whatever my season 32 did, that's the benchmark.
Not ready yet.
Ah, there. This is the conduit, huh? Yeah.
Need more time.
Like that blue is stuck now. This
I'm still waiting. Not ready yet. We must wait more. I grow weak. Need more time. Not ready yet.
The rift
ah
I'm still waiting. Not ready yet.
this is a really bad spot to play in, by the way. Because I would easily lose my necklace stats just now. And I need to play another spot again.
Need more time.
Ah,
Still waiting.
lost my.
Not ready yet.
Oh well.
Need more time. I'm still waiting.
That was a funny. This is a funny rift, I guess. Okay, I gotta move him again.
Need more time. Not ready yet.
Oh, come on. Of course, I drove myself into
I'm still waiting.
that previous tornado.
Need more time.
Ouch. Got swiped.
Not ready yet.
Why is it every time the the ring is playable, there's like a timing of his tornado?
I'm still waiting. Life has its full. I need to go back.
Oh man. So the mistake was the floor one. The mistake was floor one. Like a little bit of time waste here and here, and then it got stuck. The blue elite I was talking about got stuck here at this doorway because there was a second elite that saw me from inside here. It was the skeletal fighters that saw me from inside here and started moving in here. And then I moved down here, which I didn't realize it was the exit until later. And then I found a good density spot here to play to get more percentages. But then entering that to the second floor festering, I needed to have cleared this blue snakes that I was fighting here because it was down to, I think, 10 to 12% health or something, which still would have wasted Ethan time, but I needed the progress percent regardless in order to play the festering before this floor and then spawn an earlier pylon.
I need to go back.
Positionally speaking, the shield was fine because I had a lot of, well, enough Oculus rings. Um, well, I needed a few more, but I had quite a few Oculus rings that I managed to play. Wow, 7 keys. So I got most of the attempt keys back. Okay, that's pretty cool, I guess. That's pretty cool. 12th try was uh super late conduit behind by 3 minutes. Floor 1 keeps. Floor 2 festering woods. Floor 3 festering woods with a super late conduit behind 3 minutes. Got back to 97% with uh like a minute and a half or something to go. Spawned Sand Shaper. Yeah. Entered floor 2 uh without clearing that snake's blue elites. Yeah, that was the most painful part of that actually. Let's spend. I think I need belts now in case I play Augild's version during speeds, right?
Don't forget, luck always changes. What a steal.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 42, 40.
Don't be shy. Don't forget, luck always changes. Ooh, that's nice. I cannot afford that. I need to go back. Let's see what happens, shall we?
stands true within you.
1622. Wow. I had a 1609 and a 1622 back to back. I mean, at least they're back to back attempts. So that's like a little consistency there, I guess, of the 2850 Paragon point. 1630 on the time, basically. So I just need the middle conduit as per usual, right? Alright. 13th try, let's go. I mean, today's, generally speaking, the pylons were a little upsetting. The monster types weren't too bad, for the most part. Like, every rift that I actually, like, played had top 10 monster types to get percentages, percent progress, in order to see my pylons. It was just, most of the pylons were power early. Yeah. And then at the end there, I couldn't get a 99% pylon. I also pushed, like, on floor 2, it was max 2 pylons instead of 3 pylons. Had I played floor 1 more perfectly, or had floor 1 been a better monster type that would net me more, I guess, it would have potentially spawned a pylon closer to the entrance of floor 2 that might have been more helpful, because the conduit on floor 3 was also really far into the center, which is nice, but it was late. And then I saw, like, one of the blue elites that I wanted with the conduit got stuck, but I didn't really need that elite. However, had I gotten that elite, I would have spawned the Rift Guardian, like, instantly, which the last 3% was a small stall, but it also gave me an opportunity to look for the final pylon, but I didn't get one because it was positionally difficult for me. I didn't walk um, in the right direction where my 97 to 99% progress was uh, not optimally positioned for the next pylon spawn point. And even then, like I said, I pushed a pylon away, I think, from my floor 1 blue elite, not taking the time to fight that one. But it would still eaten me like 30 seconds more. It would just be a different RNG of pylon spawn point positionings, which could have affected the rift in a different way. But it is what it is, like, just looking back. But I during the during the rift the entire time though, I felt horrible not fighting the blue that I should have. But it got stuck at a door, like at a very bad doorway though. Like, it was just terrible. I just didn't want to waste time at the doorway. So that was the decision making that I had to live with. But it was just like seeing the festering woods though. I needed to have taken that blue elite out for the percentage. by the time I enter floor 2, festering, knowing that it's festering. Like, I mean, you would have checked either way. I mean, if you didn't want to toss the floor 1 keeps, then floor 2 is festering, which was playable. And so the other TLDR is that today, so far, I think 2 or 3 rifts, they have given me a floor 2 that's playable. They hid the better floor on floor 2 with a bad floor 1. Funny. Real funny. Alright, 13th try. Hot Graveyard. Ghostly Trio? Or is it Scavenger? Looks Scavenger-ish. So this is a very, very hot graveyard because of the elites that can potentially affect the percentage progress here. Okay. Almost out of Oculus rings, and this blue is still not more than half down. That's not good. Well, they're kind of half, but oh, come on. That is not very nice. That was just mistimed. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, that was the timing of my vengeance. Like right on. Yeah, that's pretty horrible. The Oculus rings are tough. Like, they're all like right in the face of the Golgors. Like, how? Alright. My only other issue here is that now I don't have enough elites if they give me a good pylon. Okay, bro. Right on my vengeance down time by like half a second. It's not very nice. Almost did it again. there's one elite so far. Okay.
I'm still waiting.
There's one elite there. Okay, conduits. Alright. So this is the exit direction.
Not ready yet.
So there's one elite. This is so sad though. This is like, there's a problem here,
Time.
is that this is the exit conduit.
I'm still waiting.
Oh no, it's Sand Dweller Blues. That is a mess.
Not ready yet. Need more time.
Okay, so there's a few blues there.
I'm still waiting. Not ready yet.
Okay. Okay, there's another
Still waiting.
blue here. Okay.
Need more time.
So
Not ready yet.
this is a very tough conduit to play.
Must wait long. Feel my wrath. Need more time. More formidable. I'm still waiting. I'm injured.
Whoa.
Need more time. I'm still waiting.
And then of course this.
Bleed, you filth! Not ready yet. I'm still waiting.
Okay. Oh my god. They gave me all the pylons on this floor.
Not ready yet.
Shoot. Okay. I gotta.
Need more time. Not ready yet. I'm still waiting.
How hurt is this blue though? Feel like this is a problem.
Need more time.
Ah, to go. Ah, never mind.
Not
This
ready yet.
is a bad follow-up anyways. This would have been a very difficult
Need more time.
one to keep up. But
I'm still waiting.
we'll see. I wasted 20 seconds. Let's see how much of that would hurt me.
I'm still waiting.
I mean, it's not ideal anyways. Shield with no elite plan is really bad.
Need more time.
So I gotta fight this one without a shield. Okay, that's bad. Okay.
Not ready yet.
So I gotta fight here without the shield, which is the 20 seconds. So
Need more time. Sweet
I didn't want to see that double pylon actually at first up top.
I'm still waiting. I am losing strength.
Really?
Not ready yet.
I mean, I should have expected.
Need more time.
I think that's it. Yeah, let's go.
Not ready yet.
Chickens is not bad. I just need the right amount of chickens though. This elite is a problem.
I'm still waiting.
Okay. There,
Need more time.
I need more chickens, please. I have no time for elites. And then they give me all elites.
I'm still waiting.
Okay, over here. Not enough chickens though.
Need more time. Not ready yet. Need more time. I'm still waiting. Not ready yet.
Come on.
Need more time.
Okay.
Not ready yet. You won't survive that. I'm still waiting. Not ready yet. Need more time. I'm still waiting. Need more time.
Come on.
I'm still waiting.
We don't have time for a stall.
The rift guardian has
Not
Of course, it's
ready
this
yet.
guy.
Need more time. I'm still waiting.
Oh, come on, game.
I wish I could do that. Not ready yet. Need more time.
Yes! 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 Got it! Woo! I got it! I got it! I got it done! What a game. I got it done. I mean, I still ripped once, almost twice. Wow. I was really upset that I saw the shield and I wasted 20 seconds of the shield too, by the way. That 20 seconds of the shield was so crucial against the last tile of the spaghetti because I wasted the shield well after I upgrade. So let's upgrade the gems and then I'll talk about it. Come on. Yes! Oh, come on. Anyway, I got the 150 on the simplicity. That's fine. So, okay, so I want to talk about what I did here. I wasted a bit of time. Um, I wasted a bit of time on the conduit preparing for the conduit because it was an exit conduit, and I had to go backwards to find elites for the exit conduit. So that was one problem. But at least it's not a corner conduit. Okay? So that was the that was the first part. I wasted like probably like 40 seconds somewhere around here actually. 30 to 40 seconds finding elites, gathering them together or something like that. And even one sand dweller apparently split apart like right here I think. Somewhere around between here and here there was one remaining sand dweller. Um yeah. So but at the end, the last bit of conduit zapped the sand dweller, which was great. The final sand dweller, I didn't lose it, so that was good progress. I could have made more progress within the time window had I just played the conduit a little sooner. And then I decided to explore upwards because I didn't really explore this part while I was playing at the entrance. So knowing that I had an exit conduit, I felt like this graveyard had a chance to spawn a different pylon because I didn't kill pylon spawn points on this floor yet. Not too many anyways. I think I killed like probably like one here or something. I killed one here and one here, I think, at the time. So anyway, and I went up here and then I saw the power pylon. Well, I went up here. I went this way. This way. I saw the power pylon and then I saw the shield. I was like, uh-oh. I was really upset at myself for some reason that I spawned like two pylons back to back. And then I was like, okay, fine. I have to take the shield and gun for the exit because the conduit was the exit pylon. So this is like really, really bad waste of time. But this wasn't even the 20 seconds that I was talking about. The 20 seconds that I was talking about was right here. Now, hindsight that the final floor before I TP was chickens. Had I seen a few more chickens, then this 20 seconds mattered a lot because why? So let's loot the items. But I'm gonna continue talking about it because it was really important to talk about what I did wrong with the shield. Um, like right here. Right here there was like I think two elites. There was two elites here. One yellow elite, which was the conduit elite, I believe, or maybe not. I don't remember. It was one yellow elite and one blue. It was a shadow like critter elite blue. It was about half HP. I just didn't know if there were too many of them, so I wasted like 20 seconds playing like a few Oculus rings, I think, in between. But then I said no, thank you. So I left, but I wasted 20 seconds. And then I saw spaghetti. I was actually not too happy. It was uh Hell Witches with oppressors. So that was a decent Hell Witch monster set. But I had to, or maybe like fallen ghouls or whatever. But basically, I had to like fight here, and then I think I went through here, and then I played here for the majority of my shield, right? My shield play, I played here. This part gained me like the time lost that I spent up there. This part gave me the time, and then I didn't want to get too lost, so I prayed that I went to the right direction, and I did. I went bottom left, and then this is the part where the 20 seconds mattered on my first floor, where I wasted the time to fight the elites near the conduit, near the exit conduit. I should have spent more time here. Yes, it's hindsight. But during the play, I already felt bad because in this end tile, there was so much density that the shield 20 seconds was important because I procced like here. Like, I think I procced right here. I procced my cheat death again or whatever. And so that 20 seconds mattered. And then floor 3, I entered, it was um, Ice Forest, right? Now, there is a chance that I would have had, if I had more progress, that a pylon might spawn like back here, whether by accident or not, being the fourth pylon. But there wasn't any pylons that would help me already because I spawned all 3 strongest pylons on floor 1, right? Um, and then I saw chickens, and I saw my progress bar. I maintained my time even though I didn't play my shield properly. I maintained my time. So I was like, you know what? I have to play only chickens, or at least the majority of chickens. There were not enough chickens at many different spots. There was like an elite here, an elite here. There were 2 yellow elites back to back. So I had to like find a different spot to play, and then I found a dead end spot to play for like a little bit, but then I got stalled here again by like 8 seconds or 8 to 10 seconds by one last not chicken. It was some like the other monster type of the chicken mob set. But anyway, I wasted another 8 seconds there, and then I had to find more chickens here. Now I was now at like 94% or 95% as I walked around here. And then I was getting very worried to overkill, right? So I had to keep watch. So by the time I reached here, I had 98, and then I tried not to pull too many chickens because I might accidentally pierce through too many. So as soon as I got 99, I TP'd back ASAP, and then I luckily I didn't get hit. Okay, and then I went through here. I was I was like, where's my monsters that I kept? I think I kept some monsters here, but it was not enough. So I had to go back this way. And because initially I went this way, or at least I went somewhere along this bottom square. So then I had to pray that I left enough near the power pylon, right? Which luckily there were enough here. But it still ate some few seconds. And then I managed to spawn the Rift Guardian as I should on this floor where I kept my power pylon, right? I did spawn my Arch Nemesis, but this season specifically, I improved my gameplay against my Arch Nemesis, by the way. I noticed that my companion, my wolf companion, if I can keep him, if I can keep the wolf companion as though like like in World of Warcraft or in games with boss raids, right? Or games with a really like boss fights, right? What would a tank do to help the group? It would help face the boss like you know at a wall or the opposite direction, right? So this season, I've seen Raziel getting distracted by my wolf more often than ever before. And so I improved my own gameplay knowing that that was going to happen. So I took the power like right away because I improved my gameplay against Raziel for the most part this season. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to test that out again during this push attempt since it spawned my arch nemesis. So then, uh, however, he did look. Well, I had to keep moving because this was a narrow spot. It was not a very good spot to play, and that the elite saw me. The ads saw me. So I was getting really annoyed by how the ads saw me twice. Like I moved here, they still saw me. Like one of the ads still saw me. So I had Ryzel near this fence, and I was not having the power pylon directly hit Ryzel at all. The power pylon hit the ad over here in the corner and him. And then I had to move one extra time to pray that the ads are finally gone, which I think it was finally gone. And then I had to play in an open space and pray that my companion would keep him preoccupied. I think he fired a fan of knife shot as well, like once or twice. But luckily, it was not difficult as previous seasons. That I always had Ryzel facing me for some reason. Like my wolf was always in the same side on the same side as me. Like in the previous several seasons, or at least for the last like 10 to 12 seasons, Ryzel has always been facing on my side because my wolf just so happens to be facing to be on the same side as me all the time. So I had a really rough time with Ryzel like throughout multiple seasons. And this season was one of the several seasons. Maybe even last season I saw a bit of the companion trick already. But I've always played Wolf Companion since the end of season 22, actually. This skill bar that I have has been with me since season, like, start of season 24 or end of season 22. Way before the Soul Shard season, this was my skill bar. This is the cooldown oriented, so-called cooldown oriented skill bar, as I call it, where it matches the Sliver of Terror Soul Shard gameplay. Um, and so I've always had this the whole time. And um my muscle memory for smokescreen is really bad for special recipe outside of the people that play the infinite version this time and some one other time probably with the topaz in the helmet. Like unless I'm playing that version, whenever my muscle memory goes to smokescreen, I cannot play special recipe because I would uh spend all my discipline very quickly because I press 1, 2, 4 all the time, practically simultaneously. And then of course I got cheat death proc like twice or 2 to 3 times this rift because once the Golgor I think caught me uh during my 1, 2, 4 spam that my vengeance was apparently up uh ready that I didn't press, but the Golgor struck me right on cue just before I was about to press my vengeance. So I procced and I died one time, and I procced 2 more times. Two different spots. I think once was I think in the spaghetti map, and another time in the ice forest. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, I procced like 2 or 3 times this attempt, and yeah, this was really cool. Um, that I got this done today within the what? Within the 4 hours. That's actually pretty good. Um, I've had some close calls ish, even though they were 16-minute rifts, but they were pretty close. And then other times I managed to like find percentages, but the first pylon or first two pylons were horrible, right? So it was very unfortunate that it uh didn't pan out outside of the first one that I matched the time the best. Um, even without a conduit at that. So yeah, this was this was what um
Ready to go back.
13th try something. Yeah. So um yeah, it might have been uh
The ancients would be proud.
How
when I
satisfying.
check back, we will see. But got it done, 149. Um, and I'm actually really happy that I got this 149 down, uh, as intended. Um, that I would need close to 2,900, but not as much as my season 32. However, during some of those 16-minute ones or the ones even before that, I felt like the trajectory was going to need the same amount of paragons as my season 32. Which the funniest part of this season, at least for me, was to test whether I can keep the 650 vitality here, because my season 32 had 1000 vitality on a more semi defensive satchel. This season I got a more offensive satchel. It is still not the uh, five factor one, but without the dexterity, that is. But this is good enough for creating and generating offense, right? And so this holds my second hungering arrow. So this was my previous pants, which would be obviously the second, and then this is the third hungering arrow. But I felt like because I was going to be short on vitality, that I needed to play vitality like up to almost 1000 vitality in the Paragon core. Anyway, had I rolled something on this pants, right? And then in the previous weeks, when I went through the leaderboard, just randomly mousing over certain players who have done 149 and 150s, there were a couple of people I saw that did not roll Hungering Arrow on their pair of pants as well, because they apparently had Hungering Arrow on their satchel instead. And I was like, you know what? That's what I did with season 32 anyway. That I always, or most seasons of God DH, I've always played with 30%. This is one of the several seasons that I actually had the opportunity to play above 42% or higher of Hungry Arrow additive damage. So I didn't need that. And then I used to play 5 diamonds, like 3 in chest and 2 in the pants sockets, right? I've already improved my own gameplay in enabling myself to play at least emeralds in the pants sockets in order to take even more advantage or take the whole purpose of Guardians 3-piece bonus. So I've already improved in that sense of my or at least half improved the sockets gameplay. So I felt like I didn't need the 15% hungering arrow that I did not want to roll because I would need to distribute Paragon points for the missing vitality that I've had to do when I was playing with the previous pair of pants anyway.